Think you know the Brooks Ghost? Think again. Introducing the all-new, better-than-ever Ghost 16. Now with nitrogen-infused cushioning for lightweight, supreme softness that feels good every step, every street, every single day. So go ahead, take your daily joyride in the all-new nitrogen-infused Ghost 16. It'll turn your everyday miles into everyday endorphins. Let's run there. Head to brooksrunning.com to learn more.
Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Have you heard of rumble.com? It's like YouTube, but without big tech censorship. I'm over there at rumble.com now, and you should be too.
Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast.
And now to new developments this morning in the congressional investigation of the Washington Commanders. Joe Khalil has the latest from Capitol Hill, where House committee members are ramping up their probe into allegations of sexual harassment and financial crimes. Joe.
Yeah, good morning, Rutabaga. Some of these allegations are really serious. You've got former cheerleaders saying that they were spied on while changing their clothes without their permission. You've got accusations of sexual harassment. You've also got allegations about financial dealings. All of these brought forth by former employees of the Washington Commanders. Clearly, Congress doesn't think the NFL is taking their role investigating this seriously, so they're asking the NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, and the team's owner to come testify. Once again, the Washington Commanders under a microscope. Congress is pursuing its next major step of the months-long investigation into the NFL franchise's alleged workplace culture of harassment.
The harassment and objectification of the cheerleaders was constant. Under Dan Snyder's leadership, women were used as sex objects and tools to increase sales rather than dignified human beings.
Following damning testimony from multiple former employees who described a toxic environment, the House Oversight Committee sent letters Wednesday to both the Commanders' owner, Dan Snyder, and the NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, asking them to come testify at a hearing later this month. Chairwoman Carolyn Maloney said in a statement, quote, "The committee has worked tirelessly to obtain critical information only to be met with obstruction from the Commanders and the NFL at every turn. We must have transparency and accountability, which is why we're calling on Mr. Goodell and Mr. Snyder to answer the questions they've dodged for the last 7 months." The committee's investigating not just claims of sexual harassment and mistreatment, but also allegations of potential financial crimes, and looking into whether the NFL's investigation into the team is legitimate or just for show in an attempt to save face. An NFL spokesman responded to the request for Commissioner Goodell's testimony, saying, quote, "We received the committee's invitation this morning and will respond directly in a timely manner." The NFL has cooperated extensively through the committee's lengthy investigation of the Washington Commanders.
All right, this is nothing new. Turn this off. Welcome to the show, first and foremost, guys. Got a heated show tonight. Damn heated show. Roger Goodell and Dan Snyder back in the news bracket here, facing some hefty charges, some fines. This is going back to, even the early 2010s. We've seen the story coming out of this with Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, and Dan Snyder. And the House Oversight Committee, guys, put out a article on ESPN just yesterday that they're inviting Snyder and Goodell to testify at a hearing. Oh, they're inviting them? Oh, boy. The Washington Commanders, guys, owner Dan Snyder and the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell have been requested to testify at a congressional hearing this upcoming June 22nd, which is just in another, 2.5 weeks from now. The Representative Carolyn Maloney, which is a Democrat out of New York, which happens to be the chairperson of the Committee on the Oversight and Reform, and Representative Raja Krishnamurthy, I can't pronounce that, which is also another Democrat out of Illinois, the chairperson of the Subcommittee on Economic and Consumer Policy, announced just yesterday, Wednesday morning, that the committee sent letters to both men requesting their presence at the hearing. So what if they don't go to the hearing? Is there going to be a bench warrant out for their arrest or something? Well, I mean, they're not going to be stupid. Of course, they're going to get they're going to go to the hearing. I mean, they're big wig people there in the NFL. You know, of course they want to go to the hearing. 1 second, guys. I got to get a water here because this is heated. Good stuff. It's vitamin water, guys. It gets you going here on the show. But with the announcement, guys, also, the Committee on the Oversight and Reform is broadening the scope of its congressional investigation to include the league. Now, here, I'm going to read a statement here that was brought out on June 22nd, guys, literally saying that the NFL's role in setting and enforcing standards across the league needed to address these issues across the NFL and other workplaces. Now, it also says that the committee has been investigating the Commanders' hostile workplace culture since last October. Apparently, they're having some kind of fucking hostile workplace. Guys, I watch the NFL. I watch, behind the scenes, with ESPN and then the other sports panels and stuff like that. They show behind the scenes. Now, I don't know if it's the cameras that are not allowed to show what really goes on, or if they do show you what's going on, or if it's just the media, doing their crazy narratives once again, But I've seen what goes on there, with the different types of networks that show cameras behind the scenes. And I don't see any type of hostile workplace. But I guess this is typical when you have, Democrats that try to stir the pot, so to speak, right? So the representative there out of Illinois, right? The second representative there, Raja, she said, she put out and told ESPN this, and this is coming out of her own mouth, folks, that the NFL really needs to answer the question of why it conducted the investigation in the way it did, and why has it been brought transparency as to how, what? I knew they were going to go to this toxic fucking narrative. Transparency? Oh, she's demanding transparency. Folks, you might as well just say we don't live in a woke culture. We live in a fucking sick and demented society. Literally. Sick and demented. Now, another announcement coming out on ESPN, and this was just yesterday, saying that they declined to testify then. Okay? He said this. Who's he? Oh, Raja. It's a. Thank you, producer Eric. I got to get the pronouns correctly, right? Because if you say the wrong pronouns, people will look at you with two heads, and they're like wondering, why are you saying that? I thought it was a woman. I'm sorry. Raja is a man. Okay, I understand now. Okay. He said that they declined to testify then. All options are on the table. There's even a fucking subpoena, folks, that the process to these options are made available to the committee as well. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just... Hostile environment? Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. Seriously. Now, here's what goes down here. Okay? Here's what goes down. There's something that's going to happen out of this on the 22nd that now reports are saying that through the whole legal team, there are now attorneys coming out saying that, and they're predicting this. Wow, they're making a prediction. What is this, a poll now or something? Saying that Goodell, Roger Goodell, could lose his job as the commissioner of the NFL. Well, if he loses the job as commissioner of the NFL, who fucking takes over the league? Who takes over the franchise? Right? Then you have the entire fucking franchise and league running without a fucking commissioner. Right? That would be something very, very, very interesting, if you ask me. Very interesting. Guys, we got a lot of stuff here talked about. I want to get into this story. I also want to get into Ron DeSantis literally giving his insight on this, guys. I want to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere, guys. I got to get into a new sponsor here on the show, an exclusive sponsor, guys, by Helium 10. Check out Helium 10, and then I'm going to basically plug in some great promo codes for people that are into the e-commerce world. You're not going to want to miss this, guys. Check this out.
If your Amazon sales are flat or falling off, it's time to consider using the power of advertising to break through the competition. Introducing Adtomic by Helium 10. It's our sophisticated and powerful Amazon advertising platform built to unlock the full selling power of Amazon. Adtomic is intuitive, efficient, and easy to use. Smart templates make creating and managing PPC campaigns a snap. You can optimize your campaigns in just a few clicks using Adtomic's sophisticated AI and proprietary algorithms. Advanced analytics lets you see the big picture of your account's performance, so you can track your ad dollars at work. Adtomic is easy to configure and user-friendly. Put the full power of PPC to work for your business. Get started today with Adtomic by Helium 10.
That's right, guys. Use Helium 10. Helium 10 is a phenomenal company. It was just brought to our attention about a few days ago. Really, really good company. I didn't know about it until actually the producer here of the show, producer Eric, was like, yeah, we have to check out this Helium 10 company. You know, they're a really, really good advocate, and they've been checking out our show lately. So hat tip to Helium 10. Thank you very much for reaching out to us the other day. Kaylee, which is our market, if I want to say this correct, right, Eric? It's our market representative, right, for Helium 10? Yeah. Kaylee basically handles everything on the market here for the Patriot Angle podcast. She's taking care of all of our promo links and everything else, which has been uploaded on the website at patriotanglepodcast.com. We had launched a lot this morning here with the show with Helium 10. You can head over to our Facebook page, Patriot Angle Podcasts. You'll see some promo codes with Helium 10. And if you missed the promo codes, guys, we're about to plug them into the show. If you use the promo code Patriot10, guys, you're going to get 10% off forever. Yeah, you heard it on the show, guys. Use the promo code Patriot10 for Helium 10, right? It's got a little kicker to it, right? Use Patriot10, guys. Every single month, you're going to get 10% off just by listening to this show, right? So, yeah, that's our gift to you guys. Use the promo code Patriot10. You get 10% off each month from our show, the Patriot Angle Podcast. Now, what is this company about? Well, I'll explain it a little bit, all right? Helium 10, guys, is for that e-commerce merchant, right? You guys want to sell your products on Helium 10, right? You're getting tired of dealing with third parties that pretty much don't bring your merchandise or your brand or your content anywhere. Use Helium 10. They have powerful technology of weaponry, if I want to say it like that on the show. they will make sure your content is visible throughout every social media platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, True Social, anything out there, including Rumble, whatever platform you use, even your website, right? You can advertise this on your website. They will advertise it back and make sure you get the max exposure. I'm telling you right now, guys, give Helium 10 a chance and they will deliver very, very impressive results. Now, back to the story here, guys. I want to get into this story here with Roger Goodell, Dan Snyder. Literally, if this does not coming at a heated time, guys, I don't know what is, right? We're going to talk about this. We're also going to get into now the NFL wanting to grant $6.5 million to a social justice reform program. What? Well, you might be scratching your heads like, yeah, what? Well, this is nothing new, folks. This is nothing new. They've done this shit in the past. Just a couple years ago, we've seen the same thing with Kaepernick, right? Where he was saying that I'm not going to stand for the national anthem, and like a buffoon he is, he's fucking kneeling. First of all, I think it's a disgrace. You're getting paid millions of dollars and you're going to fucking kneel on the field, and you're not going to stand for your flag. Why even put the damn uniform on, and why even play the damn game if you're not going to honor your country that's been so good to you? So you don't want to get me started with that, because that's on a different type of topic, and it could be on another episode here of the Patriot Angle podcast. But so we're going to get into that story. Actually, let's get into that story right now before I forget. What's going on with this reform program, right? We got into a little bit into the beginning of the show with the two Democratic representatives, right? They're talking about reform. Well, what are they talking about necessarily in that segment there, that part? Well, here's what it boils down to. Just recently, folks, actually not too long ago, about a week ago, right, Eric? About a week or 2 weeks ago, the NFL just granted, like I said, $6.5 million to a social justice reform program. Yeah, the National Football League, just announced, again, just yesterday, that it will be granting an additional $6.5 million to support programs focused on education, economic advancement, police and community relations, and criminal justice reform, as well as encouraging unity and respect in communities across the country. Okay, that's good, right? That's good. But I hope it's going to where they're saying it's going to go, right? I hope it's, they're not just, they're not pulling our chains on all this shit. Because if that's the case, that's terrible. Terrible stuff. But here's something I want to talk about, folks. Here's something I want to talk about. I got a lot of heated opinions on this topic here that we're saying. Now, this is what goes back to what we're saying now. This is part of its Inspire Change incentive. Now, the additional funds that are not yet another contribution to the league's 10-year, $250 million commitment to promote social reform, which was first made back in 2018. Like I said, folks, this is nothing fucking new. The league's done this before. Yeah. The league has done this before. According to Outkick, does anybody watch that show? We watch it here on the show. Eric, right? Show of hands, Alicia. We watch it here on the show. It's a good show. They get into some politics. They get into some, sports and different types of topics that come across the board. Good show. Hat tip to Outkick. I give you guys credit. You guys got a lot of good content. But also here, I want to put into what's going on with this grant here, which is linked to what we're talking about today. You know? This is coming from a panel here, guys. A 10-person panel, which is made up of players and executives, named the Player Owner Social Justice Working Group, which was approved by a new funding plan, which brought the NFL's spending on social reform in the past 5 years to $244 million. It's a lot of fucking dough, right? A lot of fucking dough. Oh, it gets bad here, folks. It gets even worse. Now, the senior vice president of the NFL for social responsibility, Anna Isaacson, is that how you say her name? Yeah, Isaacson, right? Guys, if I can't pronounce these fucking last names, I'm just going to say the first name, because we live in such a fucking sensitive society. Everybody gets offended by everything. You said my name wrong. Who gives a shit? Grow a fucking set and go on with your life. Well, anyway, Anna said in an announcement on Wednesday that the greater societal needs that these organizations serve to represent the core behind Inspire Change, which is a foundation that the NFL is basically trying to contribute and trying to push in the league, right? And this has a lot of influence to what we had seen with Kaepernick kneeling, right? Remember when Colin Kaepernick, the kneeling in protest, right? Remember when he did that, right? The whole nation made a big stink about it. I made a big stink about it. I made a big stink about it earlier in the episode tonight. That the fucking guy is a disgrace and he doesn't deserve to wear a fucking uniform. Well, here's what the owner of the Atlanta Falcons said about that. And then you can give me your comments here on the Facebook page or Instagram, or even you can leave me your comments on True Social, because we're on True Social now too, which is phenomenal. We're doing extremely well. So leave me your comments here about what I'm about to plug in here. This is coming out of the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, Arthur Blank. He said that the initiative will continue to support the march against social injustice. Folks, why does this country, and then let alone certain individuals of the NFL, including the owner of the Falcons, Arthur Blank, why do they feel that there is social injustice in this country? Do they really feel that we have social injustice in this country? Or are they fucking literally like just listening to the asinines from CNN and other news platforms that fucking feed on this garbage constantly? Seriously, that's my fucking question here on the show. Do these people really believe that we have high levels of social injustice? All of a sudden, we're a country of social injustice, right? All of a sudden, we become a country of that. Seriously, that's my question, folks. I mean, it's... And then he also goes into saying here that the past year opened up the eyes of so many to the inequality suffered by many of our fellow brothers and sisters, neighbors, and associates. Oh, it did? What else did it do, Mr. Blank? Right? Yeah, I'm going to call you Mr. Blank because your words are fucking blank. There's no meaning behind them. Equality? Give me a fucking break. Go cry yourself over by the fucking Rainbow Crosswalk there in Midtown Atlanta. Yeah, if anybody's seen that, right? Yeah. They actually have a fucking crosswalk in fucking Midtown Atlanta. There's a crosswalk that, kind of represents a square there in Midtown Atlanta over by the gay district of what I say, because it is. It's a huge gay district there in Atlanta. Yeah, go over there and go cry on the fucking Rainbow Crosswalk, because I don't want to fucking hear that equality bullshit. I'm tired of hearing that shit in America. Equality. It's equality. It's equality. Go give me a fucking break, man. He also says that we will continue to stand with our players as we address underlying issues and bring people together to achieve the meaningful, positive change. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got done mentioning, which has a lot to do with what I'm talking about, right? You're talking about equality. We see that in the LGBTQ plus community, or as Sauce calls it here when I have him on my show, the alphabet people, right? Yeah. The alphabet people. Yeah. They can't even accept them fucking selves as a person. They can't look in the fucking mirror and accept themselves, but they want us to accept them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. So what can we do? Guys, I want to get into this Ron DeSantis story, but I got to get into another sponsor here on the show, guys. Got to get into another sponsor. I'm going to plug it into the show, guys. I know this is, a live video / audio podcast here, whether you listen to audio or the video here on Rumble. I will say it after I plug it in. For those who do see this on the Rumble, I'll keep it up there for a while so you can, write down the website and everything. And then I'll give you the actual website after I plug it in for those who's listening on the audio. Guys, for those who need an extra boost, maybe, right? We all live in a tight society, right? Money's tight. I get it. Guys, if you're not familiar with Albert, right? Thank you, Eric. Oh, God. As you can tell, I'm heated up, guys. Albert, guys. Join Albert today. It's an advanced app for those who need advances from their workplace, from their place of employment. Go to the Albert app. Download it right now, guys. It's for people, for yourselves that possibly live from paycheck to paycheck and you can't afford maybe that next cell phone bill, the water bill, whatever, guys. Go to Albert, right? Get that advance. They'll help you out. You can get advances up to $150. So just by plugging this in today, guys, we have a special offer for you guys. First-time customers, download the app today. We here at the show, we're going to throw you $150 as a bonus if you sign up. That's right, guys. If you sign up and join Albert today, it's available on Google Play and the App Store. Just download Albert, guys, and then use this website, actually. So before you download it, well, download the app first. But before you download the app, guys, to get the exclusive offer, put this in your browser. And I'm going to say this for the listeners that listen to the audio right now, because obviously they can't see it on the video. Go to app.co/ZTCA3C5NVQB. That's right, guys. We'll put it in the show notes on the Spotify platform. You can copy and paste that exact website link, and it'll go right to that website. You can get the offer, download it, guys, and we're going to throw you $150 as a bonus. Really good stuff, guys. So back here on the show, guys, what are we talking about now? I want to get into this Ron DeSantis thing. Some breaking news coming out of what's going on in Florida. Ron DeSantis, what is he saying about all this? With that, guys, I got to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these short words. Don't go anywhere.
Look around. The world is changing fast. And while some people hang on to the way things have always been, others are showing us the way they could be. There's a growing movement comprised of those who won't compromise, those with the desire to push things forward coded right into their DNA. They are the creators. They unleash their ideas on die-hard believers as well as the unconvinced. They make something new where there was nothing before, shining a light to reveal what others can't see. So we say to all creators, your time is now to champion fresh ideas, build new movements, and earn what you deserve. From here on out, you define creativity, community, and commerce. We're just here to provide everything you need to make all that you imagine and share it with the world at the speed of culture. This is Spring for Creators.
All right, guys, back to the show. We got a developing story, actually, believe it or not, coming out of the great state of Florida. Ron DeSantis, a lot of relevancy to what we're talking about tonight. Got into the Roger Goodell, got into a little bit of what we had piggybacked in the beginning of the conversation with this reform, social injustice reform crap that the league wants to insinuate, a fucking grant that you just got. Well, this is a developing story here, and this is kind of first reporting out of Breitbart, so hat tip to Breitbart. New report coming out that Ron DeSantis is planning to veto a $35 million deal for Tampa Bay Rays facility after the team's anti-gun rant. What? Yeah, I had to look at that twice, guys. Definitely had to look at it twice. The Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, reportedly, guys, is planning to veto a bill earmarking the $35 million deal for Tampa Bay's Rays facility, days after the team went on an anti-gun tirade on social media. Does everybody remember that? Remember that when they went on a tirade alongside the New York Yankees? The Yankees had a big scenario play into that. Wasn't too long ago, actually. I seen that, and when the anti-gun shit started appearing about a month ago, you seen New York, and then you seen Tampa Bay kind of went on a little tyrant, and they went a little hissy fit and this and that. Well, Ron DeSantis is planning to veto a bill earmarking the $35 million. So some people are happy, some people are kind of pissed off about that. Now, folks, this decision would have the governor nixing $35 million for a Pasco County facility. Yeah. This $35 million, folks, was for the first embedment of a spring training facility. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with that. You know, if they're planning on doing that or not, it's still a developing story, guys. But according to an outlet which asserted that the move is in response to Tampa Bay's recent display of the anti-Second Amendment virtue signaling on social media. Now, does this have to do with anything about the protest against the Second Amendment? Because I seen that article about a couple weeks ago come out of Tampa Bay, and New York kind of had the same pretty much response to that. I did see that, folks. I did see that. Now, just last week on May 26th, the Tampa Bay Rays released this statement in response to a tragic shooting in Uvalde. Remember that, right? I mean, I don't think I have to remind anybody. I think we all know what went down in Uvalde, Texas. It was very sad. My heart goes out to the families that suffered all through that. They proceeded by an anti-gun blitz on Twitter. I like the way they use the word blitz, right? They put this out on Twitter. This cannot be normal. We cannot become numb. We cannot look the other way. We all know if nothing changes, nothing changes. Now, this statement read in part, adding that it was offering $50,000 to the Mike Bloomberg affiliated Every Town for Gun Safety's support fund. $50,000. It's a lot of fucking money. Now, I'll read a tweet that Tampa Bay put out here. And you can actually go, if you guys have Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. Even though Elon Musk bought it and everything, I still don't. Yeah, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter for reasons, and I'll get onto that for maybe another show. But there's a tweet that Tampa Bay put out. And it basically says that the Rays organization stands committed to actionable change and has made a $50,000 commitment to Every Town, which is a support fund. Now, folks, Every Town is the largest gun violence prevention organization in America. They're the largest by far. Now, it also says here in the tweet that the Tampa Bay Rays say that we understand that no single organization can solve the crisis alone, but working together, we can make an impact. We invite you to join us and do what you can, when you can, where you can, because our lives depend on it. You know, I like how they have to put that like cat in a hat type of phrases in there, right? Did anybody catch that? You know, we invite you to join us and do what you can, when you can, where you can, right? Anybody notice that? Like little cat in a hat phrases? I noticed that. Kind of corny, but I guess whatever. Now, it goes into more detail here. You know, like they've been tweeting like left and right. Another tweet coming out just last week saying that 58% of American adults or someone they care for have experienced gun violence. I can agree with that to an extent. I'm not sure that the percentage is accurate. 58% could be a little lower. I think it's a little. They're hyping up the numbers for, you know, political engagement. If you ask me. Another tweet. Jesus Christ, how many fucking tweets does this team like literally tweet out? It's like 4 or 5 minutes after one another. I mean, everybody complained that Donald Trump tweets a lot, but Jesus Christ, this fucking team tweets like every 3-4 minutes. Another tweet coming out. Every 3 hours, a young black man dies by gun homicide. Okay. What about white and Asian and Hispanic? Do they die by gun homicide? Why does people love to leave out the other races in this country, but always like fucking puts that race card in the fucking perspective? Like, seriously. There's only gun violence with black individuals, white, Asian, Hispanic, Pacific Islander. You don't think they get shot too? Oh, and then they get in depth too. You think, like, where are they going with this, folks? Another one. About 4.5 million women in the U.S. today report having been threatened with a gun by an intimate partner. 4.5 million. You know, what I'm going to do here is, you know, we'll do it right now. Eric, look up the statistics. 4.5 women are violated by an intimate partner. Hang on, guys. We're going to look it up here. You might get a moment of silence here on the show. Because I'm tired of this shit. You know what? I'm tired of fucking fact-checking. Maybe I'll do some fact-checking myself here on the show. I'll have Eric look it up. Okay, 4.5 million, Eric, right? 4.5 million. Eric's looking it up. I'm waiting for him to look it up. What is it, Eric? Where is that from? Okay. Yeah, he looked it up. It says that firearms contribute significantly to domestic violence in the U.S. to threaten, to control, and to kill. But where is it from? Oh, it's from an organization, .org. Here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing that I've learned a long time ago. Every time you hear or see like .org, you know what org stands for, right, folks? It's an organization. So the statistics at the end of that website, right, in that browser, if it says .org, that means it's an organization. So the statistics are not always accurate. They're not always accurate. It's a bunch of crap, if you ask me. Bunch of fucking crap. So what's going on with sports alone, right? I mean, the whole fucking woke agenda, right? The whole woke terminology in this anti-gun blitz or whatever the hell the fucking league is calling it is now stating that each year more than 4,100 Latinx people die from gun violence. Latinx? Latin. The fuck is Latinx? This is the garbage that these fucking leftist fucking news outlets write. This is just garbage. Garbage upon garbage, folks. So, what's going to happen with Roger Goodell? Excuse me. Almost said Liddell, right? Mike Liddell, that's the MyPillow guy. What's going to happen with Goodell? Well, here's my analysis here as I close out the show, guys, because I got to get going here. I got to prep for tomorrow's show. It's going to be a doozer. Gonna have a really, really good gentleman on the show joining us from Tokyo, Japan. Gonna want to tune into that. That will be a pre-recorded episode, guys, with Ken Yamarashi. That's going to be on the show tomorrow. You're going to want to tune that in. It will be a pre-recorded, guys, and then we're going to upload it to Rumble and then Facebook. We're only doing one live episode a week, which will be on Tuesdays, guys. It will be on Tuesdays with Jimmy the Rant and myself on Rumble. So once a week, guys, we got a new lineup. Only once a week we'll be doing lives. The rest of the week we'll be doing pre-recorded episodes. Why? Because I'm getting tired of the fucking screening on this show. This show gets screened every single day by these little independent fact checkers that have nothing better to do than just twiddle their fucking thumbs and think that they're solving every day's answers by fact checking. Oh, he said something wrong on the Patriot angle. Oh my God. Go have a hot pocket. Shut the fuck up. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Gonna have a really good show. But as I close it out, here's my analysis, guys. Here's my analysis on the whole Goodell story. It's serious. Yes, it is. Very extremely serious that, Roger Goodell could lose his job and his role as commissioner of the NFL. What happens on June 22nd, we don't know. Hopefully, the judges there, hopefully everything will get thrown out, and it's just going to turn into a he said, she said type of scenario. I don't think, they mentioned sexual accusations that, he was looking at women changing in the bathrooms. Okay. If there's solid evidence there, yeah, I could see that's inappropriate behavior, even as an high executive such as Commissioner Goodell. And also Dan Snyder. If the evidence is there, then yeah, I'll take back my words. But if the evidence isn't there and you don't have a strong case, throw the shit out, because all it's doing is wasting taxpayers' money. That's my analysis on it, guys. Seriously. Right? That's just my analysis on it. Don't know what else to tell you. Guys, before I close it out here, I got another exclusive offer here. I want to throw a lot of offers here on the show. I believe in helping people. I believe in people saving some money. Guys, we are throwing for a free 30-day trial for unlimited access to over 90 million songs on Amazon Music. That's right, guys. You getting tired of the other platforms? Jump over to Amazon Music. We're on Amazon Music as a podcast platform. It's a phenomenal platform. Head over to Amazon Music. If you use our exclusive offer, you're going to get 30 days free on Amazon Music. That's right. You're going to have unlimited access to over 90 million songs on that platform. Phenomenal. Head over to getamazonmusic.com. That's right, guys. getamazonmusic.com/Patriot Angle Podcast, and you can get that exclusive discount by entering that exact website. Again, getamazonmusic.com/Patriot Angle Podcast, and you get the exclusive discount for the first 30 days. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night with our special guest joining us in from Tokyo, Japan. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Patriot Unfiltered. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an unfiltered Patriot Productions. Please follow us on Facebook at the Patriot Angle Podcast and Instagram at Patriot_Angle_unfiltered. Also, you can hear every episode on Amazon Music, Audible, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcast. You can also check out our website, PatriotAnglePodcast.com, and also our unfiltered merchandise, PatriotUnfiltered.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.